Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. So I wanted to start doing this live for everybody because during the week I have a lot of questions regarding technical information on people's vehicles. And for instance, this week I had a guy who texted. His name was Mike, and he had a question about oil viscosity. And let me just read the question real quick. Hey, I've got a question about oil choice for a few of my cars. I do canyon runs and drive them hard, and I want the best oil for both protection and performance. Cars: BMW 335, N54, and N55, BMW M4, S58, BMW M240, B58 engine. Factory BMW recommendations are going to be 0W30 for N54 or N55, 0W30 for the S58, and 0W20 for the B58. I've seen a lot of owners with tuned BMWs run oils like 10W30, 5W40, and 5W30. I understand these engines prefer thinner oil at startup, so I was thinking 0W30 for stock turbos and 0W40 for upgraded turbo setups. Before making any changes, I'd love to your take from a performance tuning perspective. What oil viscosity, what oil viscosity would you recommend and why? So I was saving this question to do live so I could pose the question here and let other people respond. So to explain the engine oils a little bit, the first number is how is the temperature at which the oil flows when it's cold. So 0W winter means that's cold, so it flows faster at a colder temperature. So if you were at 0, it would flow faster at that lower temperature. If it's a 10W, it means it would flow at 10 degrees, so on and so forth. The second number is the temperature, the 5W-30, 5W-40, 0W-40. Second number refers to the level at which it flows once it's hot. So the higher that number is, the more protection you're gonna get, the hotter it is. So with that being said, uh the recommendations are correct, right? That's why you have BMW that's a 0W40 for European vehicles, because they're intending to, those cars are going to be operating in colder weather. They want that oil flowing in colder weather. Not only that, but it's got a higher operating range number as well at 40, which means it's going to get more protection once the car is heated up. So it's got a broader band operating temperature. And so I don't know if that answers the question, but I think any of those oils will work fine. And I believe that whatever the manufacturer specified, it was probably the best deal. So what does 0W40 or 5W30 are going to work just fine on any of those applications. And that's what the manufacturer has recommended, the engineers who put the cars together and stuff. So typically, the engineers and the manufacturers have it correct, although later on, people do racing and they do modifications and figure out that some things will actually work better. Then those things are put into production. Then the manufacturers pick up those ideas and put those tweaks and ideas into production for production vehicles, and improve vehicles as the improvement of the vehicles as time goes on. But yeah. So I'm not going to be on here very long today. I just wanted to chime in, let everybody know I was going to be on. Once again, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask those questions. You have questions like this guy with this oil and trying to decide what I think would be best for his oil. So that was the answer. It was basically all those oils would work just fine as long as they're good quality oil. So more important than whether it's 530 or 0W40 is the type of oil that you're going to use. You're going to make sure you use good quality oil, not cheap oil. Same with gasoline and other things. It's very important to use quality oil. That's why I'm called Dave's Quality Auto Service, because I have a focus in quality. and not so much on the little idiosyncrasies or the minor details in the weight of the oil and stuff. So we got 5W30, W0W40. Any of those weights are going to work just fine. What you don't want to do is put cheap recycled oil in there, or store brand off oil that sometimes is recycled oil that they get in their stores, and they just slap the label on it, whether it be this company or that company, and then they got the label on it. You want to make sure you get good. I'm not going to say any specific names as far as which oil is good, which oil is not good. You can make up your mind of that. Once again, that's another question. If you guys want to ask, that's a question probably for private members. Go into more detail. I'm not going to go out and give any free promotional advertisement for some of the bigger companies out there who are selling the oil, but I'll leave that, guys, up to you. Maybe that's a question we'll talk about next time. At any rate, everybody take care and have a good one. We'll see you later.